Hello there. If you are new to my channel, my name is Elizabeth. If you are not new, thank you so much for coming back and supporting me. I'm so grateful for all of your support. Literally, you guys are amazing, and I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you. So let me just talk about something for a hot second. I purchased this super cute bodysuit off of Amazon, so if it looks like I'm naked at any part of this tutorial, I promise you I'm not. But any like arm movement that I make, it like constantly just keeps sliding up, and I talk with my hands. I must be Italian. I'm not though. I'm not. But I talk with my hands all the time. So it just keeps inching up and inching up. And I would like to talk about how much of a mess my vanity is. It is literally so messy. I really I need some motivation to clean this sucker up. But let's stop talking about my problems. Let's start talking about this tutorial that we're going to be doing today. Today I'm going to be doing my birthday makeup because it's my birthday today. And I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this video. So it might be like 3 years from now when I'm uploading this video. But today I am going to be trying out some new products. Yesterday I got my Sephora Playbox for April. Today I just got my BoxyCharm for April. So I have several new products that I'm going to be testing out and trying out. I'm excited to get into this. As you can see, I have some irritation right here underneath my eyes. I have that problem every so often. I don't know what triggers it, but underneath my eye area just gets super irritated super easy. Okay, so my hands are all clean and I need to moisturize. So I'm going to be trying out this moisturizer that I got yesterday in my Sephora Playbox. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Clinical Skincare Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Cream. Hydration for up to 72 hours for all skin types. I forgot why. I remember now why I didn't use this. It's because literally, like, I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, now it's not, but the little protector thing was like round into the screw part, and it is so hard to open. Okay, so I'm just taking a little bit. It doesn't smell like anything. I expect fancy products to smell like things. I don't know if I'm the only one, but ooh, that feels so nice on my skin. Oh, it feels like water. I'm going to be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer because, ooh, my pores are not liking me today. I have some pitting in this area of my cheek because for some reason that area right there is always where I get. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation in shade Creamy Vanilla. This is $10 at the drugstore. I purchased this at CVS. So let's get to going. Okay, this is the first time that I'm going to be using this sponge. I received this in my BoxyCharm box for April, and this is a pure, they said contour, and I guess I can understand like because of this wedge part right there, but I'm going to use it for my foundation. So I'm just going to do a squirt. This is really yellow toned actually. So I'm going to be a little cautious because I don't have any tan on. I'm going to add a little bit of my Rimmel Stay Matte in Light Ivory. This is really light for me. So before I go any further, I'm going to pick back up the Morphe brush, and I'm not going to add any extra product. I'm just going to go in and blend out kind of where I slipped up a little bit. But once you put on your glitter or whatever metallic shade you choose, you can definitely go and make this more customized to your eye shape. I'm going to be using my Makeup Revolution Affirmation palette and just patting the same brush into this color right here. And just tapping that on top of everything that I just put on. So I'm just going to mix the two together just so I'm not super yellow. Okay, it feels so big in my hand. I actually really like the feeling. So far, I'm loving this little brush. Sponge, I don't know. I keep calling it a freaking brush. It feels really nice on my skin, and it's actually doing a really nice job blending out my foundation. So I have just finished blending out my foundation, and the next thing that I'm going to be doing is setting my face with some powder. So I'm grabbing my foundation paddle brush and my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in shade Creamy Natural, and I'm just going to be taking this powder and the brush and just bouncing it up and down my face. I do have to say that I'm really impressed with the Pure sponge that I just used. It gave me a nice seamless finish, and it doesn't feel like heavy on my face, but I have to count that towards the foundations. But like, I do have texture to my face, but I'm loving like the coverage that I have. I don't know if y'all can see it. Probably you can, like how just flawless my face looks right now. I'm actually very impressed with that sponge. It was $36 for 3 sponges. I'm going to be using the NYX HD Concealer in shade CWO2. Okay, we are running into a problem. For some reason, like the sponge is like, I don't know. It's like making the concealer go away. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to find a different sponge because my beauty blender is dead and gone. Like it's like torn in half. Kind of sad, isn't it? But I'm gonna go in with it anyway because I'm desperate to get to the store. Oh my gosh, what is going down? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I really like this Pure sponge for blending out my foundation, but for some strange reason it like took away my concealer, which I think is pretty strange. So next thing I'm going to be doing is just baking all that, and I'm going to try again with the sponge. I'm just taking baby powder, dipping my sponge in there. So it seemed to do a pretty good job not taking away like the powder. Like I was able to get powder on my face and it not soak any up, as you can see. So I just finished filling out my brows, and now I'm going to be taking the Morphe R10 to wipe away all of the powder from my baking. Now I'm going to be picking up the Morphe R8 and grabbing my e.l.f. Duo. This is I can never say it right. St. Lucia or Lucia. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to be using this bronzer and just dipping the R10 in there and giving myself some definition, but I'm not giving myself too much definition. I just want to look like I have some cheekbones, but I'm not sculpting in and doing our eyes. Today I'm going to be using the Naked Free palette. This is my favorite palette from the Naked palettes. I'm not doing anything too extreme. Like I said, I want this to be really simple and really flirty and fun. So I'm going to be going in first and priming my lids because I almost just forgot. That's something that I always seem to forget to do. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photos Focus eyeshadow primer. I like this eyeshadow primer way more than I like the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It makes the color so much more pigmented and it helps it stay on so much more. I definitely did a test like comparing the two and Wet n Wild won. I just want to go in real quick and set that. So I'm going to be using Strange and my Wet n Wild blending crease brush and just going in and making sure that is all nice and set. I'm also going to be using the same Wet n Wild brush and dipping that into Limit. And bringing that right above the crease to give myself some depth in my lid. Nothing too much. I'm really just lightly dipping the brush into the color. I don't want to give myself something too bold. I want this to be a transition color, but still bringing some depth to my lids. Next, I'm putting that down and picking up the Morphe R40 brush and dipping that into Nooner. Now that I have finished blending that out, I'm going to be taking my this is e.l.f. This is not Morphe, this is e.l.f. crease brush and dipping it into neuter and just a tad bit of black heart and putting that and focusing mostly on the outer corner of my upper lid. Now that you have finished doing that, you're going to pick back up your concealer and a concealer brush. Again, I'm going to be using the NYX HD Studio Concealer in CW02 and just swiping my concealer brush onto the doe foot applicator. And I'm going to carefully carve out my lid. I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I always manage to have the hiccups whenever I'm filming. So I'm just going to go in carefully and carve out the crease. You can put down your concealer brush and pick up just like a flat brush. I'm going to just be, I think this is probably from the Naked 2. I have all my brushes in one spot. I'm going to be going back in with the Naked Free palette. And this is just like, just a flat brush. And I'm going to be setting my concealer with Limit, which is the white powder. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara. And then just taking my pinky finger and dipping that into the Ofra highlighter and putting that on my inner corner of my eye. I don't know, I was honestly expecting way more of a glow from this thing, and I'm not getting that at all. Like, I don't know what's going down. It makes me sad. Maybe I'm gonna look for a brush that's my cat making noise, I'm sorry. He was abused as a kitten and we adopted him. And he only like ever sleeps in my room, and I closed my door and I guess he was out eating. So now he's trapped outside until I'm finished filming. Yeah, this highlighter wasn't giving me the glow I was expecting. Mega glow, because literally everybody talks about this highlighter. And again, I'm disappointed because I guess this e.l.f. highlighter has just spoiled me or something. This is from Color Mates. This is from the dollar store. This is a lip crayon in Spice, and it is such a pretty color. I probably should take off my foundation on my lips though. Okay, now that it's done, we're gonna go in and we're gonna apply some spice to our lips. I get this tutorial. I hope you all love it. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel.